Willkommen bei Sermon Gaming. Wir spielen Madden 19 Franchise. Wir sind in der 4. Woche, stehen aktuell bei 1 und 2, gar nicht gut, aber sind damit immer noch auf Platz 3 in der Division, punktgleich mit den Packers. Also, so schlimm ist es nicht. Wir können schnell auf 2 kommen. Diese Woche geht es gegen die Buccaneers, aber vorher werden wir erst nochmal trainieren.
Coaching staff has gone in, we've simplified the game plan. Let's go out here and execute. Hey, we gotta execute to win.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90! Hot! Hurry up, here we go! 319! 319! Hot!
Okay, es läuft gut.
Blue 90! Blue 90! Hot! Now let's go! 319! 319! Hot!
Oh, Willy! Er dreht sich nicht um.
319! 319!
Oh, weil der eine Blödmann sich nicht umdreht.
Let's talk. We've been talking about you getting better every week. You know what? Today you got better. Let's keep it up.
Deswegen nur Silber. Ah, okay. Okay, gut. Dann zum Spiel gegen die Buccaneers. Die haben bisher alles verloren. Also, das werden wir doch wohl hoffentlich gewinnen.
Hello again, everybody.
Okay, anscheinend haben die Buccaneers zuerst den Ball. Das fängt gar nicht gut an für uns. Jetzt 3. und 5. Auch der kommt an. Wieder 3. und 5. Und es reicht wieder. Dritter und 12. Okay, Sack, sehr schön. Damit nur ein Field Goal für die Buccaneers. Bei den Drive doch eher enttäuschend. Das sollte für uns sehr schön. Robinson oder Sims, würde ich sagen. Robinson. Mit die First Down.
The numbers in last week's ball game for Robinson, well north of 100 yards receiving. He was hard to stop. The only thing they did well defensively, they didn't allow him to get in the end zone.
And that's small comfort for them because he actually carved them up. I love his versatility. I love his route running. Ran entire route tree. They hit him on deep shots, quick hitters, balls over the middle, balls to the sideline. He was
Ein Arm
Looking for a seam
hat
to
unseren
find
Running
him
Back
none.
umgehauen.
He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Kind of running there at your own risk against that 4-3 and that big line, aren't you?
Yeah, and I don't really run it against a good 4-3 team that well because I've got to get those guys on the move a little bit. If you're a static running team, meaning you just want to run it in the middle.
Ah, Mann, ich wollte den Ball schnell loswerden. Hab's noch nicht mehr geschafft.
Tay David coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going
Ja, schon wieder.
Pressure gets to him again. Tay David in there to get him his second.
Dritter und... Wie viel sollen sie von uns noch verletzen? Dritter und 4, 6. Sehr schön.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And this will be broken up and
Flagge.
incomplete. Now a penalty flag down. And they may be going backward here.
Holding offense.
Klasse.
So they say no to the penalty. The incompletion stands. It'll be second
Unser
and 10.
Running Back auch noch. Unser Running Back Holding. Oh, mich scheiße an.
You never want to give extra snaps to any offense. That's how you get hurt.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a second and 10. He'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
They'll look to throw here.
Ja, ja, ja!
Looking left side of his got a man. That's Burton.
Nice.
And they're going to get this one all the
29
way up
yards.
to the 35-yard line. So just a lone field goal in this first quarter of play. 3-0 is our score. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
Leopard! Leopard!
This is Cohen. And
Gut.
running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
Jetzt hat er, glaube ich, mehr Yards gemacht als beim ganzen letzten Spiel.
Leaves him with a second and 3.
If indeed the Chicago Bears were looking for a nice change-up to Jordan Howard at running back, they found it in Tariq Cohen. I'm telling you, this guy is shifty, quick, even though he's small in stature. Some people have called him the latest human joystick.
How about that? That'll be fun for Madden players. Just 5'6".
Oh, Mann!
As you said, he can move. He
Wieder
almost
keine
had it.
Chance.
The big D lineman nearly had an interception. Instead, it falls down incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Komm, geht zum First Down. Nein, er läuft nicht zum First
And
Down.
he's got the first down as he's
Oh,
up to
doch,
the
gerade so.
45-yard line.
Aber er läuft wieder horizontal und nicht vertikal. Er läuft nicht Richtung Endzone. Er verkackt deswegen fast das First Down.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Gonna let one fly through.
Das kann nicht angehen. Den wirft er viel zu kurz und der sollte in den Lauf geworfen werden. Der sollte weiter geworfen werden und er wirft ihn einfach zu kurz. Warum? Ich darf keine langen Pässe werfen, das hat keinen Sinn. Das hat keinen Sinn.
But now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now, and I'm going to take it into the basketball world.
He rifles one that's
man.
intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Jetzt kommt's echt übel. Ich weiß nicht, was ich noch spielen soll.
After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And down he goes. A
Mann, das war
Buccaneer
kein
sack.
Blitz, da kommt er einfach so durch.
In there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
Keine Ahnung, da ist nirgendwo jemand irgendwie auch nur ansatzweise frei. Nicht ansatzweise.
In there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That sacks on back-to-back plays. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
Wahrscheinlich kommt jetzt.
Flush to his right, and he'll be brought down.
Ah ja, ist gemacht.
15. Give him 9 on the.
Oh Mann.
Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency.
Wo soll der hin? Oh, das kann nicht angehen.
On offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Now back to throw.
Oh, das sind so langsam. Mann!
And that'll fall incomplete.
Das ist zum
Bears
Kotzen.
and Bucks, you might recall, met in Tampa week 2 of last year, which was actually the first game for the Buccaneers after Hurricane Irma washed out their opener with Miami. And it was the Bucks who beat Mike Glennon in that game 26-9. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Blue 90! Blue 90! All right, now, lucky 56! Lucky 56!
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He's going to look deep down the field.
Wieder, warum kriegt er den Ball nicht?
Vernon Hargraves with a pick, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Das ist das gleiche Ding wie
Telegraphed it a little bit right there.
vor ein
You've
paar
got a
Plays.
quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to
daran, dass der
targets, but often
Buccaneers Spieler vorher ist. Der Wide Receiver ist nicht schneller, nicht mal ansatzweise. Hat keinen Sinn, zu ihm zu werfen.
Onto the field now come the Bears. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go,
Läuft er gerade zum...
just go ahead and be loose with the football again.
Er hatte schon die 10 Jahre geschaffen, er läuft wieder zurück. Will er mich verscheißern?
Because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now a shotgun snap.
Oh, Mann.
And he'll be hit from behind and taken down. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw.
Kommt wieder der Blitz.
And Robinson with a big catch. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Jedes zweite Play in der Defense ist an sich ein Blitz.
And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
Ach, komm schon.
Ball start, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still first down.
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Klasse.
They'll set up to throw. Room to run past midfield. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. That'll be a gain of 15 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. Now the Bears going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. Their first trip to the red zone for the Bears. 1st and 10 right at the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Well, this pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Levante David. And these guys have got it back at the closing stages of the...
Oh Mann, ist das übel.
So here's the Bears
4 Interception in der Halbzeit.
This third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have
Und wieder liege ich.
Down he goes.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Caught out left side by Robinson.
Nice.
He'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
148 Yards ist ja gar nicht schlecht.
Results in 35 yards.
Aber die 4 Interceptions.
And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
Natürlich
I think you're
übel.
exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described.
Damn it.
Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up.
Doch nochmal sicher gehen.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback.
Okay.
He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the 1st.
I don't know about you, but I like this call. 3rd and inches, and instead of worrying about getting it back to a running back and maybe there's some penetration from the defensive front, just go ahead and take it, move forward, and pick up the 1st down.
And as we say often, shows confidence in your offensive line.
Oh Mann.
They'll lose yardage back at the 38.
Ich bin schon mehr gelaufen als unser Running Back.
It'll be 2nd down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
He'll drop to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 30. And he'll take this across midfield.
Darf mich irgendwo hinwerfen, weil wieder der nächste Sack bevorsteht. Und einfach keiner offen ist.
The Bears offense now heading back out onto the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because
läuft nur neben seinem Gegenspiel herum.
That does him no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. From deep in their own territory.
Oh Mann!
And oh, that is gonna be a safety. And Charles, at some
Geil.
point.
Geil. Dritter und 3. Wir kriegen auch noch eine Strafe. Klasse. Die finde ich das Beste ist bei diesem Spiel. Das Verrückte ist, wir können immer noch gewinnen. Weil wir immer noch im 3. Viertel sind. Das fühlt sich nicht so an.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get, and it's just so strange to see that go up on the board, and then you got to make sure that doesn't happen to your
5
team
Interception.
again.
Ist das
They gotta
Rekord?
take care of the ball.
But boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points. Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
The quick slant, good for 8 and a first.
Wir sind noch wieder ein Lauf.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant
Mit einstreuen, was an sich keinen Sinn hat.
But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant.
Ja.
And oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
And he is met quickly in the
Da
backfield.
konnte Cohen aber
Down
nichts
he
für.
goes, folded like a lawn chair.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39, green 39.
Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter.
Okay, Burton oder Gabriel? Zweiter Sims.
Back to throw here.
Oh Mann, wo wirft er denn den Ball hin?
The one he was looking for. And it's third down. He started out having some troubles back in the first half connecting with his receivers. Really hasn't gotten a whole lot better.
Yeah, he's at less than 50%, and you and I both know that just won't do. So I would think about spreading things out, putting it on the receivers, make them win those one-on-one battles on the perimeter, and find their way open.
Looking to throw.
Ja.
Got his man complete over the middle.
Nice.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down.
Injury, wer sich jetzt verletzt? Nicht Robinson. Das ist mein bester Receiver. Was in dem Spiel. Ne, er ist noch drin.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Fourth quarter, every drive.
Ich bin jetzt bei 50% angekommene Bälle.
After this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Nice.
Tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play at them while you've got them rocked on their heels.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's
Nochmal 10 Yards.
10 more there and another first down. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Throw left side complete. That's Burton. And he gets this one
Sehr
all the way down
schön.
inside the 15, just shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little game. They'll get
Nummer
this
3
down
Yards.
inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
He'll look to throw. That one got tipped. Kind of
Damn
threw
it.
everything off. It brings up
Dumb.
3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in the college football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering what it's going to
Ja,
go.
ja, ja.
Is in.
Der
Touchdown.
erste Touchdown von Adrian Tucker. Nice.
Robinson, his first touchdown on the year. closer.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed.
Und es ist wieder ein One-Score-Game.
Okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Gucken, ob wir den Ball nochmal wieder kriegen. Damit. Oh Mann, die Defense war so gut bisher. Und jetzt versagt sie. 3. und 2, nehme ich an. Ja. Ja. Das war's an sich. Dritter und 1. Scheiße. Defense war so gut die ganze Spiel. Am Ende dann. Schade. Und ich muss mal sagen, wir hatten kein Laufspiel.
So for Tampa Bay, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first one of the season here in Week 4. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Bears, they too will leave here at 1-3.
Rushing Yards 17.
For them, they'll have the early bye next week.
Passing Yards haben wir deutlich mehr, aber halt auch 5 Interceptions, deswegen haben wir viel weggeworfen. Wir haben sogar prozentuell mehr an den Mann gebracht als Winston. Wären die ganzen Interceptions nicht, wäre das ein gutes Spiel gewesen. Okay. So, wir jetzt auf 75. Okay. Ja. Nächste Ligalage jetzt schon bei 1-3. Nächste Woche ist eine Bye Week, danach geht es gegen die Dolphins und danach gegen die Patriots. Es wird nicht leichter. Aber schlimmer kann es ja auch nicht werden als 5 Interceptions. Wir können ja mal gucken, ist das ein Rekord? Da steht nur Defense Interceptions, aber nicht. Es gibt wohl keine negativen. Schade. Aber nehme ich fast an. Aber immerhin haben wir unseren ersten Touchdown geworfen. Wenn euch das Video gefallen hat, lasst doch bitte ein Like da und damit ihr in Zukunft kein Video mehr verpasst, abonniert doch bitte diesen Kanal. Bis zum nächsten Mal. Ciao.